Is there normal stew? Meat is murder! No. Nope, all good. Oh no! I only eat non-GMO, all-natural, vegan, certified gluten-free, 100% whole grains, non-trans fats, grass-fed, no preservative, organic, pasture meals. Oh my god. See, this is the thing that I always enjoyed the most from Ace Academy as well. The choices were just kind of fucking hilarious. The sun dips in the sky and bathes the tip of the trees in a soft glow. My feet ache in protest with each step I take, and my legs are tight from all the walking. Wow, this city looks pretty cool. Finally, we come upon the perimeter of the village. Leanna grins as she leads me through the gates.
Here we are, Meadow Hill Village.
It definitely gives the vibe of a village, you know, one of those medieval villages. I take the time to catch my breath and discreetly rest my burning muscles. Leanna hardly seems affected by the long trek. She's used to it, right? We're finally here. How was this close? I thought you said this place was close.
It is. It's only a half a day's walk.
Only half a day's walk. Only. I wait for her to say that she's joking, but she's completely serious. How is that close? Are you used to like walking for 3 days straight? Do you not have other means of transportation? Horses, cars, bikes, I don't know, anything with a wheel on it so you don't have to walk? She should have used an Uber. Uber. I guess it says Uber, but it meant Uber, right? Should have just used an Uber indeed.
I'm sorry?
You know, Uber? I shake my head. Nothing. Did we actually, because the vibe that I kind of got immediately, because it's kind of similar to ReZero, sort of like teleporting to a strange different world, right? And the thing there was that he actually kept his cell phone with him. So maybe we have something here as well, because the thing I heard them say Uber, so I thought you sort of Uber or order an Uber driver, you know, a cab, with your phone, right? So do we bring our phone with us? Do we still have it? And can we also use it as like, oh look, this is my magical item, a Metia, whatever they called it in ReZero. I am having some similar vibes there. She cocks her head curiously, then shrugs.
Let's continue. We can rest at the inn tonight.
As she resumes walking, I ignore my screaming legs and follow her. The village is still bustling with people, even at this time of day. I suppose they're getting in their last errands before nightfall. For the most part, everyone seems to focus on their own tasks. They barely glance at Leanna, but when their gazes are drawn to me, they don't look away, yep, because we're dressed like, you know, like we're from the future. In fact, their steps slow, and they crane their necks as we pass. Now I know how an animal feels at the zoo. I know what that feels like too. My first time, even the last time when I got to the Philippines. You know, my family lives in a part, even though I've been there multiple times, it sort of lives in a part where not that many foreigners come. It's not in a big city, you know, like Manila, for example, or like the big cities in the Philippines. The people that live there are used to foreigners. The place where my family lives, they are not. Most of them don't know. So whenever they see me, it's like the first... I'm sort of half white, you know? I'm half Dutch, half Filipino. So whenever they see me, they obviously can tell, like, whoa, that guy is not like all of us. And all the kids, especially the kids, like one time I went to visit my cousin at his school just to like check it out there, you know? All the kids are like staring at you. It really feels kind of uncomfortable and awkward, but after all you get used to it. But still, all those eyes on you, it's a little bit unnerving. So it kind of does feel like you're an animal at the zoo. Leanna overhears my muttering and watches the people around us.
It's your clothes. They're very peculiar.
Oh yeah, it's just my style, you know? I got the Yeezys on. I did not say that. What I'm wearing is normal where I'm from. Even though the stares are directed at me, Leanna seems equally uncomfortable.
Okay, new plan. Let's stop by the shops before they close. We don't need to draw attention to ourselves.
God damn it, I like my clothes. I instinctively pat my back pocket, where I keep my wallet. I doubt they'll accept my card here, or dollars for that matter, yeah. I don't have any money. Well, we do, but not acceptable currency in this world.
That's okay. I'll take care of it.
Ooh, she's gonna treat me? Okay. That's really generous of you. I like a girl who's independent. Don't make a big deal out of it. I like an independent girl for sure. It's always refreshing to find a girl who's willing to treat a man exactly, break the stereotypes, girl. Leanna narrows her eyes.
Treat a man?
Yeah, treat a man, Finger snaps? No? Okay, that doesn't do it for you.
You can actually pay for your own items?
She got me there. I suppose not. I can't tell if she ignored my joke, or if that went over her head. Probably both. Leanna changes directions and leads me towards an adjacent street. There are rows of quaint shops lining both sides of the road. I read the sign as we walk by Edward's Apothecary, Blackstone Forge, Dragon Skill Armory. Huh.
What is it?
I was just thinking how convenient it is that everything's in English here.
English?
That's true. There's no language barrier whatsoever. Usually if you enter a different world, the first thing that you would have trouble doing is trouble communicating with them, right? They're probably speaking an entirely different language, or hell, maybe they even communicate in brain waves, not even with their mouth. They don't even make sounds anymore. I don't fucking know. But yeah, we clearly understand each other. I mean, obviously it wouldn't be interesting plot if it's just like, dude, what the fuck are you saying? And then we just don't understand and there's this disconnect. But yeah, it is kind of convenient and useful. I should have expected a question based on how our previous conversations have gone, but still, I'm a little taken aback. It's what we're speaking right now.
We're speaking common.
Common? What? Leanna pauses in front of a shop and peers inside. Satisfied, she motions for me to follow.
Never mind. Come on in. We're here.
Okay then. I step into the shop, and the first thing I notice is the overpoweringly musty smell of leather. It's not surprising, considering the walls are lined with different types of leatherware. Whoa. A small, elderly man emerges from the back. A pair of round glasses sits on his nose, as an apron hangs around his neck.
Welcome. Please, take a look around.
Oh, you got a lot of cool stuff here, Shiny stuff, like sparkly. His smile falters when he notices me. Leanna clears her throat. That guy's probably thinking, what is this outsider doing here? Get him the hell away from here. I do not serve outsiders.
We're looking for a new wardrobe for my friend here.
I need a complete wardrobe makeover.
Yes, of course.
The shopkeeper blinks back to reality and resumes his pitch.
Well, you've come to the right place. We tan our hides and stitch the pieces ourselves. You won't find any finer quality than here.
Impressive. Leanna smiles politely and strolls towards the selections. I check out two seemingly identical leather vests, both of which are marked at different prices. I really can't see a difference between the two. Maybe they boost different stats. Oh yeah, this particular leather vest we can only wear when we're level 10, but the other one's level 15, but it doesn't matter considering we're level 110 Frost Mage. We should be able to wear both, unless it's from a different class. Fuck. Hey, Leanna. She turns around. Which one of these will increase my defense, strength, dexterity, intelligence, focus? What about vitality? I need a lot of vitality. Defense, strength, dexterity. Dexterity is kind of more, mage. Intelligence is definitely for mage, right? Strength is definitely more for the tank kind of thing, I used to play a lot of MMORPGs. Strength is like for the tank or the warrior class, that sort of stuff. Dexterity was, at least in MapleStory, it's for like the assassins and shit, right? What was the class called? Bandits? I don't know exactly. It's been so long. I was just a little boy back then. But you know what? I am an intellect, okay? Or like at least I like to pretend that I'm smart. That's usually it. So let's go for intelligence here. I'm a pussy. I like to cast spells from the back. Intelligence. She raises an eyebrow and nods, and then she picks out a random shirt.
This one does.
Oh, really? Leanna giggles. Did she just troll me? I guess I kinda deserved it. In this world, they're probably real trolls. So if I actually just out loud say, did you just troll me? She's probably gonna be really offended. Because she thinks that I will think that she's like a green fucking monster. Very funny. So, none of these raise any stats? Yeah, come on, I need some sort of boost. I'm still a noob. Leanna gives me a weird look.
Do your clothes where you come from raise stats?
Not particularly. Only if you consider cool points to be a stat. I mean, some sort of raise your confidence a bit, you know, maybe, but that's not particularly a stat. She looks just as confused as before. Never mind. She smiles as we continue perusing. One by one, Leanna and I pick out my new outfit. Once all the pieces have been chosen, she goes to haggle with the shopkeeper. I tune out their discussion and watch the people passing by. Oh yeah, the good old haggle process. I would definitely suck at that. Their clothing are simple in design, meant to be more functional than aesthetic. To my surprise, everybody walks around armed. This village doesn't seem dangerous, but looks can be deceiving.
Why don't you get changed now? There's a space in the back to give you some privacy.
I nod and take the clothes from her. Once I've ensured privacy, I quickly get changed. Right, what do we look like? Luckily, these clothes have pockets, and I can just transfer everything over. I pull my wallet, deck of cards, and loose change. Next is my phone. Oh, we really brought our phone. Deck of cards? Why did we bring a deck of cards? I try to turn it on just to see if it will work, but it doesn't react. The battery must be dead. Ah, shit, that's the worst timing for the battery to be dead. We could have at least, you know, maybe seen if we got some sort of signal, anything like that. That will probably be kind of useful. I get the feeling that they don't have wall chargers here. Nope. How the hell are we even gonna charge it now? Shrugging it off, I slip my phone into my pocket too. We gotta keep that though. We gotta keep that. That might come in handy. When I emerge, Leanna gives me a once over. So, how do I look, girl? Do you approve? She grins and nods in satisfaction. Well, she better. She picked out the clothes.
Wow, look at you. Just like a native. This look suits you.
Really? Oh, thanks. Thanks. I match her grin. Yeah. Thanks. I feel really happy about this. I feel like I'm fitting in already.
Let's go find the inn now.
Sure, the inn. She heads out of the shop, and I follow her. Actually, maybe we can stop by the armory? Yeah, I would like a badass weapon too. She pauses and looks curiously at me.
Armory? You want to get a weapon?
Yeah. Her question is careful. Cautious. It's just everybody else has a weapon, you know? I feel so out of place. I feel vulnerable if I don't have a weapon myself. The goal is to blend in, right? It's weird that a person wearing leather armor is traveling unarmed. I look like a hostage or something. Yeah, I look like your slave.
You do have a point. Plus, it could come in handy.
Really? Like, what if this village, like, it actually at any point, like a dragon could just come fucking flying out, Toru will come and just destroy this village? Like, you never know if anything might come and attack us. We don't know what this world is capable of and what dangerous creatures might be here. Why do I not like the sound of that?
Do you know how to use a weapon?
Of course. I've wielded one all the time in video games. What did I press? God damn it. Again, although her voice holds no hostility, I can sense her caution. I practiced kendo competitively. Yeah, I know how to hold a wooden sword. She blinks. It's a type of sword fighting where I come from.
I see.
Leanna falls silent as she gazes out into the street. After an extended pause, she nods. We head to the forge where rows of blades ranging from long swords to short daggers hang from the wall. Give me your longest longsword. All of the blades look fairly plain, but the steel edges glint dangerously amidst the warm glow of the forge. This blacksmith looks really awesome. Wait! Do I actually see guns? Do I see guns on the fucking wall there? That seems extremely out of place. Like, all these swords, it kind of gives this medieval feel. Like, this entire world, this entire village, it gives off this medieval feel. And then there are fucking guns there that seem like they come even out of the future for our world. Like, what the fuck are those things? One of those things just doesn't seem to belong here. Unlike the previous shopkeeper, the metalsmith ignores us as he pounds out a red-hot blade. Sparks jump from the clanging metal, reminding me of fireflies. Leanna lets me browse the swords. I reach for one that catches my eyes. As I gently remove it from the shelf, I miscalculate its weight and drop it. Uh-oh! I'm sorry! The steel scratches the ground with a sharp screech. The metalsmith pauses in his work to glower a warning. Leanna looks on in shock. I'm sorry.
Careful.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I totally underestimated my strength. I quickly right the sword back up and grip it tightly. Leanna now watches me with intrigue. Well, it could have gone a lot worse, okay? It could have gone like dominoes and I could have, like, you know, tripped over the entire row of swords that's like lying on the wall. Everything would have fallen. Be happy that only one sword fell, okay?
Is this the first time you've held a sword?
A metal sword, yeah? Practice ones only. I lift, bro! I lift, yeah, I lift occasionally. Just a minor miscalculation, I got it. No, I lift all the time. Hey, I can handle this sword just fine. I'm just really sore because of all the lifting I did before coming here. Leanna's expression is hard to read.
Lifting.
Yeah, I lift, bro. Yeah, bro, I lift, exactly. Look at these fucking biceps, huh? You can't see it. I squeeze my biceps and take a practice swing with the sword, and then we knock down 10 other swords with our practice swing. Feels good, man. Pepe. Leanna stares blankly. I swing again, and the movement flows naturally. As the sword cuts through the air with a sharp fling, I can't help but admire how smoothly it slices. This is high-quality craftsmanship. Let's go with this one. Yeah, I like this one. This is a good sword, I can tell. As before, Leanna discusses with the shopkeeper, and when she returns, I strap the sword to my belt. Dang. Is she just rich, or are these weapons just cheap here? She seems to have no trouble paying for all of this for me. We make up one more stop to gather supplies for our travel, and by the time we're finished, the sun has set, and darkness blankets the sky. Oh wow. The town is aglow with soft lights glint from within houses and the lampposts on the streets. As we pass by a lamppost, I peek inside and see a small crystal shining brilliantly. Using the lights to guide us, we find the inn. Here we are, finally, the inn. I take a seat at one of the crude tables, while Leanne talks to the innkeeper behind the bar. There are a scattering of other patrons, mostly men who sit alone, nursing a tankard of what I assume to be ale. I stifle a yawn. Now that I've had a chance to sit down, I feel the full weight of my fatigue. Whew. Luckily, Leanna returns and hands me a key. Will you be sleeping with me tonight, Leanna? Will we be sharing a room?
This is your room for the night. It's right next to mine.
Ah, damn it. Thanks. You know, we would save a lot of money if we slept in the same room. Just saying, just throwing it out there. She nods.
They should be coming out with our dinners soon. Then we should get to sleep. We have an early start tomorrow.
My stomach grumbles in anticipation. Sorry. Yeah, I'm really hungry. Leanna smiles as she sits in the empty stool next to mine. Our meals arrive, and I stare at the bowl before me. It's goopy, thick stew, and looks about as appetizing as dog food. But it smells pretty good. You know, you can't let looks deceive you. What is this?
It's stew.
What kind of stew? Exactly.
Rabbit.
Oh, rabbit. I mean, we do kind of eat that. At least we used to during these times, especially more. Nowadays, I guess people still eat rabbit, but I feel like it's more of a delicacy rather than, you know, like regular protein that most people eat. Because I certainly haven't. I have never eaten rabbits before, I think. A brief image of a cute, fluffy bunny flashes across my eyes. Exactly. How does a cute-ass fluffy bunny translate into this goopy, sticky, thick, fucking ugly stew?
Is something wrong?
Is there normal stew? Meat is murder! No. Nope, all good. Oh no! I only eat non-GMO, all-natural, vegan, certified gluten-free, 100% whole grains, non-trans fat, grass-fed, no preservative, organic, pasture meals. Oh my god. See, this is the thing that I always enjoyed the most from Ace Academy as well. The choices were just kind of fucking hilarious. Like, I'm not a person who fusses about these things, okay? I just don't care too much about it. So, as funny as this option is, I wouldn't pick it myself. Although, I am kind of curious as to what her reaction is going to be. I'm pretty sure if I just say, like, I only eat, it has to be gluten-free and all that bullshit, you know? I'm pretty sure she's just gonna say, like, dude, stop whining and fucking eat your stew. Just say it, doesn't matter. And just as the words are about to come out of my mouth, I realize how much of a tool I am. Exactly. And decide to say something else instead. I mean, come on. Are we really gonna complain and just like, come on, give me the gluten-free stew, please? Of course they don't have that. Is there normal stew? Let's ask that one. Is rabbit a common meat around here?
Mm-hmm. They're abundant and easy to trap.
True. What about beef? Her eyes widen like, oh, we've never eaten beef before. Beef is sacred.
You've eaten beef?
Yeah? Of course.
That's a luxury meat here.
Really? Only rich people eat beef? Seriously? Does that mean you've never had beef before? She shifts in her seat and stares at her bowl. Oh god. I mean, you know, from the village, it just seems like a regular village, but it's probably, considering as she said there's a Mage Academy, if we were to compare the image that I have in my head of the Mage Academy, which is probably very luxurious, you know, it looks really cool, it looks just like a place for kind of rich people and you know, gifted people. Whereas this village just kind of seems like a normal village for normal people, you know? Maybe a little bit more towards the poorish side. So yeah, there's probably a huge difference there.
You should eat your stew before it gets cold.
I take a tentative bite of my stew.
How is it?
Amazing, different, adequate. You know, it's pretty good, different. That's the thing. When I always try something new, even if it's something delicious, because I'm scared of trying new things. But Melon always tells me to try and eat new things. So when I try something, I just don't want to give her the satisfaction of saying that it's good, even if it is. Because she's going to rub it in my face. She's like, haha, I told you it was good. You're stupid for never having eaten it before. Something like that, you know, along those lines. So I always just say like, yeah, it's okay. It's okay, even if it's really delicious. I'll always just say, it's okay, yeah, it's good. And I'll take another bite. So the equivalent of that in this particular choice is just different. Let's go with that. It's not what I'm used to. Yeah, I'm certainly not used to eating rabbits.
You don't have stew where you're from?
No, we do, but not quite like this. Not with this protein. I can tell this is all I'm going to get, so I should try to keep as much of it down as I can. I hold my grimace as I take another bite. Leanna smiles encouragingly. I finish eating, and Leanna cleans her bowl. Then the two of us head upstairs. She pauses in front of her room, and I stop in front of mine. Good night.
Good night.
See you tomorrow, maybe, hopefully. I'm about to enter my room when I hear a small voice. Poi?
Poi?
Pango, do you want to sleep with me too? You know, it doesn't seem like Leanna's gonna sleep with me. I get lonely at night. Let's cuddle. Looking down, I see Pango back at my feet. Now that I think about it, ever since we entered the village, he's been awfully silent. That's true, we haven't heard any poise up until now. have you been following us this whole time? Or did you lose us and find us again? The Pango blinks twice and bounces. What does that mean? I don't understand. I don't speak Pongo.
Poi.
I don't speak Poi.
Pongos aren't exactly welcomed everywhere.
What about here? Are they welcome here? And why is that?
Well, they absorb the energy around them, including crystals which are used to light lampposts, or other similar items.
Ah. So they're kind of like, not like in the same way, but they function maybe a little bit like leeches or something, you know? They just literally suck things away. I can see how that would be bad.
I think this guy knew to stay out of sight once we came in here.
That's a smart Pango. What if someone sees him here?
As long as he doesn't stray too close to a crystal, he'll be fine. People only make a fuss when it looks like their crystal might be drained.
True, okay, you know what, just stay close to me. If you need to drain some magic energy, just suck on me, okay, Pongo? Got it. She reaches towards the Pongo.
Do you want to sleep with me tonight?
But what about what?
Poi.
But Pongo, Poi! Oh my god, he's making a oh my god, he's reaching further with her than I am! The Pango snuggles against my leg. Leanna sighs, oh thank god. But the fact that, see, this is what I mean. She likes the Pango. I like her. But the Pango likes me. This is just a strange love triangle, but we gotta break the pattern somehow.
I thought as much.
Yeah, the Pango wants to stay with me, girl. I'm sorry. She opens her door and flashes me one last smile. I mean, you can always join us, Leanne, if you want to sleep with Pango that badly, huh? Wink, wink.
Sleep well.
You too. She disappears into her room. I open my door and step through. The Pango perks up.
Poi.
Poi, poi. Let him in? No, my room. Come on, just come with me, Poi Poi. I step away from the door, and the Pango hops in. Even if it's gonna suck away all my energy tonight, you know, it'll probably be worth it. As I close the door behind him, he continues to hop around the room, as if inspecting it. Yawning widely, I collapse onto the bed. The Pango continues to circle the room. Are you looking for a good place to sleep?
Poi.
Aw, that actually sounded like, you know, very sleepy, like a yawn or something. He suddenly leaps up and lands on my bed. Then he bounces to the foot of the bed and wiggles himself a cozy nest by creating a small crater on top of the blanket. It's kind of like a pet, right? I can't help but grin at the little guy. Good night, Pango.
Poi.
Poi poi. I roll over in bed, and it's not long before I'm fast asleep. A knock on my door jolts me awake. I sit straight up in the bed and barely notice a tiny yelp as the Pango tumbles to the floor. Oh, it's... Hello? Is it morning already? The knocking stops.
It's Leanna. Are you about ready?
Hold on. Just 1 minute. I rub my eyes and blink at the feebly rays of light outside. What time is it?
It's past dawn. We need to get a
Dawn?
move on if we want to make a good time.
So what? Dawn? There's no good reason anyone should be awake at this hour. Come on. I attempt to lay back down in my bed when the knocking starts again. Alright. I'll be right there in a minute. The noise stops. I yawn and stretch, then notice the Pango on the floor. What are you doing on the floor, buddy? Weren't you sleeping on the bed? The Pango wiggles and shoots me an accusatory look.
Poi.
What do you mean? I glance at the slight indentation on my pillow and back at the blue mass on the floor. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to knock you off. Did we kick it off during our sleep? I'm sorry, Pongo. He looks cautiously at me, then hops onto the bed and ends up onto my head. I mean, you shouldn't sleep at my feet, okay? I have restless leg syndromes. My legs just go all over the place while sleeping.
Poi.
He nips at my hair and then jiggles. I guess that means he's forgiven me. I push myself to my feet and begin getting dressed. Once I've grabbed all of my things, I push open the door and nearly collide with Leanna. Oh, whoa, girl, just calm down.
Are you ready to go?
Yeah. Leanna nods, then leads the way out of the inn. I follow her through the town as we head north. It's a lot quieter than when we first arrived as the town gradually begins to wake up. We don't run into too many people on the street. Although the shops aren't open yet, I can see the shopkeepers busy prepping for the day. Right before we reach the edge of town, a guard stops us.
There's been heightened bandit activity reported on these roads.
Bandits? Leanna's brow crease.
Are the roads closed?
No, but until we get a handle on the bandit activity, we're advising everyone to stay in town.
Ah, damn it. We can just go anyway, right? You got your sword, I got my sword, we got Poi Poi with us.
We can't stay.
Where are you headed?
We're headed to Illumia.
Mage Academy. The guard notices the sigil on Leanna's manipulator.
You're a Mage-Knight?
Mage-Knight, oh. She nods. As the guard turns his focus to me, I draw attention to the blade on my hip. I'm just a regular knight. He nods gruffly, then moves out of the way.
Just be careful out there.
Alright, don't worry. As if fucking bandits will go after a mage knight.
Thank you.
She motions for me to follow her. Once we're back on the familiar dirt path, I take one last look at Meadow Hill Village before refocusing on the road ahead of me. Our trek along the path is peaceful. The forest gradually awakens with birdsong and the scuttling of woodland animals. Having grown up in a city, the sounds of nature still startle me, and I glance at every rustle of the leaves. Leanna, though, seems unfazed. Her eyes routinely survey the surroundings. She's used to this. Suddenly, she freezes, and I nearly bump into her. What the? Shh! What's going on? I fall silent as she listens. When she speaks, her voice is a whisper.
Did you hear that?
I didn't hear anything. I strain my ears, listening for anything out of place, and then I hear the voices among the trees. Bandits? A strangled scream pierces the air, scaring a flock of birds into flight.
Someone might be in danger.
Uh-oh, do we gotta save him? Her previous caution abandoned, Leanna sprints towards the sound, and I follow at her heels. We both take cover as the trees open up, revealing a man in a trench coat surrounded by 5 bandits. Why does he wear a trench coat? Is he like a pervert that, is naked underneath the trench coat and reveals himself to little kids? Is it one of those guys? In Dutch, we actually call it like pencil guy, something like that, because, he opens his robe and then shows his pencil. Something like that. What's the English word for a pervert like that? Although I doubt 5 bandits will go after a guy like that. Unless they're bandits of justice, They're like, oh no, you've been revealing yourselves to little kids again. Prepare to face the justice of bandits. One more bandit lies motionless on the ground. Upon seeing their fallen comrade, the bandits all unsheath their weapons. 3 of them hold longswords, and 2 of them point guns. Oh shit, they're like, high-tech guns we saw in the other store. Why didn't we buy one of those ourselves? The trench-coat man doesn't stir. His dark hair falls over his eyes, and I can't see his face.
You won't get away from us this time.
This time? You seen him before?
Take him out.
Take him out. The man pushes open his coat and draws 2 guns as the bandits converge. Leanna sets her jaw.
Stay here.
Okay. She's gonna show off her badass moves, isn't she? As soon as the words fall from her lips, she races out from the trees. Her hair whips behind her, and her white coattails billow in a graceful arc. She moves faster than any human, as if the air is pushing her forward instead of dragging her down. She is one with the air. Her gauntlet hand clenches, and a blue sphere glows, then disappears as she smashes her fist into the nearest bandit. Damn! Blam! He flies away from her and crashes against a tree before crumpling into a heap.
A Mage-Knight?
Bandit number 2.
She must be with him.
Or she's after the bounty. Take her out too.
Bounty? Oh, they're bounty hunters. The mysterious man fires a hail of purple blasts at the bandits, catching one of them in the chest. Leanna deflects the sword from another bandit with her own blade. I can't just sit here and do nothing. I have to help, hell yeah. Ignoring Leanna's command, I unsheath my sword and charge into battle. We have 0 fighting experience whatsoever in real life, but you know what? We can fucking do this. Hiya! Prototype version minigame will be available in future builds. Win your fight, lose your fight? You can actually choose to win or lose your fight? Fuck that. If I can choose, I'm gonna choose to win. Leanna breathes heavily, but you know that choice was just there to show that in other that choice is a placeholder, right? In the full version, they intend to have some sort of mini game there, and if you win or lose the mini game, that determines the outcome of the battle, I imagine. So that's pretty cool. Even though we don't really get to see what it is yet, but at least the idea is there, and the idea seems cool. Leanna breathes heavily as she surveys the body around her, or bodies. She glances at me, and the stranger who's still standing.
Anyone hurt?
I do a gentle pat down on myself, and wince at my bruises. Nothing major. Leanna nods, and then she fidgets with her manipulator. Whoa, dude, what the fuck? Who the hell is this guy? Don't tell me he's better looking than me. Leanna, don't even look at him! Don't you dare look at him! The man stays silent as he inspects his gun. He's a gun? Is he a gunslinger? Now that I have a better look at him, I realize that although his fierce scowl makes him seem tough, he doesn't look that much older than me. His hair has a habit of falling around his eyes, but as he pushes it back, I notice a long scar cut across one eye. Once satisfied, he tucks his gun back into his belt and gets to his feet. He nods at us, yo, like, sup bro, you know, the good old chin nod, like, yo, what's up?
Thanks.
Zack Spade, holy fuck, what a name, Zack Spade. Then he turns away.
Wait!
Zack! Spade! Mr. Spade! Don't leave! He pauses.
Where are you headed?
Why?
There might be more bandits around. We should team up if we're going in the same direction. Safety in numbers.
Yeah, right, just don't tell me you're falling for this guy, Leanna, please. He studies us in stony silence. Then his gaze flicks to her manipulator, and he relaxes slightly.
Where are you going?
We're headed to Illumia.
Me too.
You too? Wow, what a coincidence! Fuck you, Zack. Leanna nods, goddammit. No, they're making eye contact, oh no!
You're from the Mage Guild?
Yes, I'm Leanna.
Oh god, they're having things in common. I'm Hugh, by the way. Yeah, I'm here too. Hello, guys. Hello, I'm here. I'm Hugh. What's up? What's up, Zack Spade?
Zack.
What's up, man?
Poi poi.
Yeah, that's Poi Poi. I mean Pango. All of us glance at the little blue Pango, who seemingly popped out of nowhere. And, this is our little friend.
I see.
He's not like your little friend, you know, like, say hello to my little friend. Bum, bum, bum. He's not like that, I think.
Poi.
Pango is nice. He doesn't kill things, I hope. I think. The Pango blinks at Zack, who stares him down. The Pango bounces uncertainly. Ah, see? Pango doesn't like him.
Poi.
He's like, too. He's inspecting him like, I don't like the feel of this guy. I don't like the look of him. Zack's unblinking stare never wavers, so the Pango scoots behind my leg for safety.
Now that introductions are over, let's get moving.
Zack waits for us to collect our things, and once we're all set, we head back onto the road. Leanna and I lead the way, the Pango keeping pace with us, while Zack hangs a few steps behind us. Ask about Zack's weapon, ask about Leanna's speed, ask how Zack knew he was in a mage guild. Oh god. His weapon, his gun. So what type of gun is Zack carrying?
You mean his discharger?
Oh, that's a discharger? What's a discharger? She mentioned it before. I hear a sound behind us. Zack raises an eyebrow when I turn to look at him.
Did you hit your head or something?
Oh fuck. Now I have to explain to him that we're from planet Earth, from USA. Leanna looks at me a little uncomfortably.
He's not exactly from around here.
Yep, I'm an alien. Zack crosses his arms.
I see.
There's a pause. So, a discharger, eh?
It's a weapon that uses crystal spheres to power it.
So it is a gun.
Maybe?
It seems like it, but it just uses crystal instead of, well, gunpowder, I guess. The spheres are the bullets. Well, it's kind of the magazine in some sense, because it's used to fire bullets, or in this case, bolts of energy. Leanna looks uncertain. Although it made sense in my head, I can see why she might be confused. Never mind, I got it. Thanks.
Sure.
She smiles. I feel Zach's gaze on me, but his expression is hard to read. Ask about her speed. How is she so goddamn fast? Leanna, I saw you during the fight. How were you able to move so fast?
Oh, I cast wind magic to manipulate my movements.
Wind magic. Oh, that's how she becomes one with the wind. Oh, so like putting on a speed buff. Oh, I see.
They're small adjustments, like shifting the draft to move me forward, or using a breeze to help lift me during jumps.
Damn, that's cool. Manipulating the wind? Damn, that sounds awesome. She grins.
The next time you're lagging behind, I'll use my wind to give you a little boost.
Oh, you can even use it on other people? Awesome. Just give me like a non-stop boost. That would be amazing. I can already imagine myself running like the wind. Leanna seems pleased by my reaction. Alright, ask how Zach knew she was in the Mage Guild. How did Zach know you were in the Mage Guild?
He saw my emblem.
Oh, emblem? Where's the emblem? She lifts up her arm and points to the sigil on her manipulator. What exactly does the Mage Guild do?
We investigate any type of magical anomaly. The Mage Guild in Havengard is actually headquartered in Illumia.
Ah, and that's the reason why you were out in the field and you found me, right? Because of investigation stuff. Sort of like a police force? Leanna furrows her brow. Right, you don't know what the fuck police is.
Police?
You know, we're like how detectives go out into the field to solve mysteries.
A little like that.
It now makes sense as to why both the guard in Meadow Hill Village and Zack relaxed after seeing Leanna's emblem. She's probably like, kind of, you know, a higher stature than most people. Well, it looks like that guard was telling the truth. There definitely are bandits on this road.
Yeah.
There's something in her voice which makes me think she doesn't completely agree. What is it?
It's just, well, for bandits, they were pretty well equipped.
What are you saying? She stares hard at Zack, but he doesn't react. What does that mean? Are they not bandits? Leanna continues to look at Zack.
I'm not sure.
Do you not trust Zack?
They were bandits.
Are you sure? She looks sharply at Zack, obviously caught off guard.
Sure.
I see a little friction here. This is good. Just fuck that guy, okay? Not literally fuck that guy, just like screw him. That didn't sound too convincing. The subject drops, but I still feel a little uneasy. If those guys weren't bandits, then who were they? And why were they attacking Zack? The questions circle my mind as the conversation lulls to silence. Leanna leads the way, though she seems to have something on her mind. Zack trails behind. He remains on heightened alert. We travel together for quite some time with no further interruptions. I can feel my legs start to burn from all the walking. Feel the burn. Leanna squints at the sky.
We should make camp before it gets dark.
Camp? Zack nods. Damn, dude.
There's a good spot up ahead which hides us from view. It'll still give us visibility on any intruders, though.
Sounds good. Okay, you two should know what you're talking about. I am the noob here. I'm just an expert at MMORPGs, which sure isn't really going to come in handy, I think. It's not any real life experience, so, you know, I'm in your hands. I'm in your two capable hands. Zack leads the way, and soon we reach the clearing. The three of us get to work setting up camp. I roll out my bedroll near the campfire and notice how thinly it spreads on the ground. Can this thing really be comfortable? I guess there's only one way to find out. Good night. I lie down on the bedroll and place my hands behind my head. This isn't as bad as I thought. A yawn escapes my lips. I could definitely fall asleep here. Wow. My gaze lingers on the night sky above. The moon hangs in the inky sky, dotted with so many pinpricks of silver light. They sparkle vividly, as if trying to chase away the darkness. Dang, that looks really awesome. It actually just kind of looks like ink blobs, you know, in some patches of the night sky. But yeah, I don't know, there's this overall green color to it. Looks really colorful at night, even though At night, especially, I just imagine, like, you know, pitch black darkness. I breathe out a breath in wonder. I never knew that stars could shine so brightly. I tried to pick out a few constellations, but the star patterns above are unfamiliar.
What are you looking at?
I quickly sit up at the sound of Leanna's voice. She holds 2 steaming bowls in her hands. I accept one of the bowls with a smile as she sits beside me. Is it more fucking rabbits too? Just admiring the sky. This place is really beautiful. Back where I live, you don't get to see so many stars.
How come?
Light pollution? Yeah, I thought so. Our cities are filled with so much light that it drowns out the stars. Leanna gazes thoughtfully at the sky.
Right. It's a little harder to see the stars in town than it is out here.
Because of the crystals, huh? I shake my head. It's not the same. Some nights, I don't see the stars at all. I mean, we do come from a huge city like New York, right? So, that's, well, isn't technically... I mean, New York is the Big Apple. I'm pretty sure Las Vegas is, like, dubbed the city that never sleeps. But I'm pretty sure New York is kind of a city that's awake 24/7 as well. Her eyes widen in surprise, and then she places her chin in her hands.
A night sky without stars.
I know, it sounds so lonely and sad, right? She looks at me.
What's your world like?
Well, it has really cool tech. Yeah, compared to the things here, for sure. But then again, you guys have sort of magic over here, which is pretty cool too. It's bad. Humans are a plague to the planet. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not get depressing over here, okay? Different, but more or less the same. I feel like... I mean, some things are kind of different. I feel like the biggest difference, indeed, we have cool tech, but that's because we're further developed. But here, they're like in a lesser era, in a sense, you know? They're still sort of in a time frame, a year, where we were on Earth like a couple hundred years ago. But... they have magic here, which is, I feel like, the biggest difference, of course. But overall, I wouldn't say there's too much of a difference, you know? We can breathe here, we have humans here, we have villages, cities, night sky, trees, you know? Planets could, if I imagine another planet, I'd imagine that shit would kind of be very, very different. But most is actually the same. It's kind of like here, but kind of different as well. She stares at me, waiting for me to elaborate. We don't use crystals or have magic, and we definitely don't have pangos. I glance at the pango snoozing beside me. Leanna smiles at his soft snores. But we do have forests and towns. We speak languages and have our own versions of academies and shops and guilds. We also have weapons and martial arts.
Like kendo.
Exactly, like kendo. Yep.
That sounds like it'd be an interesting place to visit. I wonder what it's like to live in a world with no crystals.
It's actually kind of interesting that they mentioned kendo in this game, because if I remember correctly, like the game that eventually became Ace Academy was actually first going to be a story revolving around kendo. I'm pretty sure that was the case, but at some point during the development they just changed the entire sort of concept, or at least that part of the story where it takes place, into like sort of more this futuristic Japan, Ace Academy. At first it was about kendo, I'm pretty sure about that. So I feel like the writer has some sort of it has some sort of fascination with kendo that it just has to mention it. She tilts her head back and returns her gaze to the sky. Underneath the moonlight, her pale skin seems to glow amidst the darkness. Her face softens as she smiles.
You're right. The stars really are beautiful.
We fall into a comfortable silence as we enjoy the tranquility of the night. After we finished eating and cleaning up, Zack approaches us. You're ruining this beautiful moment! Zack!
It's getting late.
Shut the hell up. Leanna nods.
I'll take first watch so you can rest.
Oh, that's good, that's good. I'll sleep together with Leanna.
Alright, I'll take second watch.
I guess that just leaves me with third. Zachary stares unblinkingly at me, while Leanna coughs nervously. No?
That's okay. We had an early start, and I'm sure you're tired. We should rest up and sleep through the night.
She's right, I'll do that, whatever. Do you guys not trust me? Come on, I can keep watch, okay? Huh. It almost sounds like you guys don't trust me. Although I try to keep my tone light and joking, Leanna looks guilty.
No, that's not. I mean, it's not that we don't trust.
I mean, I understand to have some, you know, caution around me considering I'm from an entirely different place. But come on, Leanna, you've gotten to know me pretty good already.
Yes.
What? Dude, Zach! Okay, fuck you. She looks sharply at Zach. His arms are crossed, but his expression doesn't change. Seriously? Zach nods towards Leanna.
She's part of the Mage Guild, so I know she won't pull any tricks. I don't know anything about you.
Yeah, but like, dude, do you see? I'm not capable of anything. Come on, you're fucking Zach Spade, dude.
I'm sorry.
As the fire in my mind abates, I realize Zach has a point. I've given him no reason to trust me. If I were in his shoes, I'd be just as cautious. I nod. Alright, I suppose that's fair.
I better get to sleep then. Good night.
Good night. Zach nods. Leanna flashes me one last smile before crawling into her bedroll. As she lies down, Zach positions himself against a tree and takes a seat. Go to bed, get to know Zach. I'm like torn between fuck this guy and maybe he's not so bad if we get to know him. So I feel like, you know, you shouldn't be so quick to judge. Even though I say fuck this guy, you know, I'm gonna stick with that if he's actually a bad guy. But we should get to know him at least a little bit better before we're actually going to say for 100% certain, fuck this guy. If we're going to be traveling together, I should make an effort to get to know what kind of person he is. I walk over to Zach. Hey man, you know, the head nod. Sup? Mind if I sit? He gestures for me to join him, so I do. Wow, immediately cautious crossing his arm. Obviously, I'll have to lead the conversation. Okay, I'm not good at leading conversations, but let's give it a try anyway. So, how's the weather? Yep, perfect, perfect. First thing that comes to mind is always weather. Zach stares at me. Alright, let's switch gears. Are you a cat or a dog person? No, first of all, do you even have cats and dogs in this universe?
Is this going anywhere?
I sigh. I'm trying to build up some trust here, but you've got to meet me halfway. Zach looks away. Huh, great. I guess he doesn't want to talk.
Dog.
Oh, a dog person. Me too, man. Me too. I like both, but I'm more of a cat video kind of guy, and dogs as pets. What?
I prefer canines.
Oh, cool. The silence creeps in again. So, we're all going to Illumia.
Yep.
Cool, okay. What brings you there?
I'm meeting someone.
Someone, huh? Awfully vague, huh? Oh, a friend? Family? Lover?
Someone from work.
Work, huh? What do you do?
I'm a mercenary.
Mercenary, as in killing people? Oh, mercenary is badass? This explains so much. Ah, acceptable murder. Ah, this explains so much. It all makes sense now.
What does?
Everything about you. The angst, that hard-boiled exterior, the frequent cold shoulder, and that the bandits were after you with like some sort of, what did they say, bounty? You're totally the brooding main character from one of my JRPGs.
What are you talking about?
I don't think his name was Zack Spade, though. He stares at me, and I smirk. That's exactly how one of these MCs would react.
So, why are you going to Illumia?
Leanna's taking me to the Mage Academy. He studies me again.
Are you a mage? You don't have a manipulator.
I don't know, I have some sort of strange magical energy or power? I shake my head. No, I'm looking for answers. He nods in understanding and doesn't pry, although I try to stop it. A yawn escapes.
You should get some sleep. We have an early start in the morning.
I guess. That sounds familiar. I push myself to standing. Alright, good night. He nods. I lie down in my bedroll and scooch around to get comfortable. I try closing my eyes to sleep, but something still doesn't feel right. Oh yeah, I need a pillow! Sitting up, I look around for anything I can use. My gaze falls onto the Pango, who now rests beside Leanna. Pango pillow? I'll just make do. No. Pango pillow! It's comfy, it's squishy. This is happening. Come here, Pango. Poi poi! Psst! Pango! The Pango blinks open its bleary eyes, but perks up when he notices me.
Poi?
Come, Poi poi. Come here, come.
Poi, poi.
It sounds so adorable. He happily bounces over, and when he comes within reach, I make a grab for him and plunk him on my bedroll. He squeaks and protests as I lay my head on him. Like a slippery eel, he wiggles himself free and bounces back to Leanna's side. No, Pango, please! I just want a soft, comfy pillow for the night.
Poi, poi.
Aw, it's kinda like he's mad now. Poi, you should not have done that. I am mad at you now. He glares suspiciously at me.
Poi.
Aw, he's like, shame! He turns his back to me and cuddles against Leanna. Oh no! Are we turning? Oh my god. The love triangle is going in a different direction. It's not going according to plan now. Poi is liking Leanna more than me now. God dang it, Pango. I sigh. Well, I guess I have no choice but to make do with being pillowless. Lying back down on my bedroll, I close my eyes and eventually drift asleep.